Times Now has accessed the inside details of how Operation Mahadev was carried out in the US. Sources say the army had found a suspicious communication device in the Dachigam area this month. It was suspected that it could have been related to the recent terror attack in Pahalgam. After this input was received, the army deployed several troops in the area and started an intensive search operation. After continuous surveillance and search, a joint team of the 24th Battalion of Rashtriya Rifles and the 4th Battalion of Parachute Regiment, which is the Special Forces, surrounded a group of the three terrorists at around 11:30 a.m. today. And in the intense firefight, all three terrorists were neutralized. However, it is not clear yet whether the terrorists killed had connection with this particular communication device that was found earlier. So that, ladies and gentlemen, by far is, what has been happening since this morning. My colleagues Bhavtosh and Rishabh have been tracking this entire operation that has, brought about a huge victory, a huge success for our security forces. Bhavtosh, to you first. As far as the identity of these terrorists are confirmed, we know two were suspects of the Pahalgam terror attack. What about the third? What about his identity? What are the security authorities saying at the moment? They said operation is still underway a few moments back.
Well, it was expected that a press conference will be held at around 5 p.m. with Indian Army giving official details about the entire Operation Mahadev, but that has been cancelled. And what we have gathered from our sources is that one of the three terrorists killed in this entire operation, that started at around 11 a.m. and went on till 1:30 and 2 p.m. One of the terrorists who has been killed, according to sources, was Suleiman Shah, who also goes by the alias of Hashim Musa. Now, Hashim Musa was the mastermind of Pahalgam terror attack, and they have said that he was the one who was present, and he was the one who, in fact, masterminded the entire terror operation. Remember, he was...
Apologies for intervening. Right now, I'm joined by Wing Commander Praful Bakshi. He's a defense expert. Praful Bakshi, sir, your first thoughts, of course, this comes as a huge victory for our security forces, also reflects the kind of resolve that India had taken to make sure that the perpetrators are brought to justice.
Absolutely right. We are working towards it, and the perpetrators will be brought to justice. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, it may take time to, get them into the dragnet of law. There's no doubt about it. But they are going to be, and as you know, that if the terrorist attacks are there, we are, of course, first thing we are solving the immediate problem, that is where the attack is taking place. But what is our further plan will not be revealed. Is what we are going to do after this. Because the Operation Sindoor is still on. Now, what the armed forces and what the government has decided how to carry it forward at the moment cannot be revealed. Even if I know it, I probably may not be able to tell you. Question is this, that what we are going to do now we are going to do. But at the moment, what is happening is, yes, the right action is being taken. One has been eliminated and one is wounded. There's no doubt. And let us wait and see, because absolutely it is clear that the sleeper cells are still working. They are still supported by people with vested interest who have an interest of outsiders, and they are residing in a country. Those people are supporting their actions, and the way they are, some are behaving is actually undermining the fighting soldier of our Indian Army and Air Force. So that is a very serious thing which is happening, and I think some serious action should be taken against such voices also.
Right. All right, Wing Commander, thanks very much for joining us and sharing your thoughts on Times Now. Of course, this comes at a time when the security forces have been able to achieve a huge success as far as bringing the perpetrators of the Pahalgam terror attack to justice is concerned. My colleagues Bhavtosh and Rishabh continue to be with us on the broadcast. Bhavtosh, we were talking about how this has been, going on since morning. The details are still trickling in. We're also expecting a press conference by the army in a short while from now. But as far as the identity of the third suspect is concerned, what more do we have on that?
Well, as far as the identity of the three terrorists are concerned, what we have gathered from our sources is that they have been identified as Abu Hamza, Muhammad Yasir and Suleiman Shah. Suleiman Shah also goes with the allies of Hashim Musa. Hashim Musa, as we all know, was the one who was identified as the mastermind of Pahalgam terror attack, or the dastardly terror attack, and he was in fact involved in other terror attacks in Kashmir Valley, including the attack on 7 employees of construction firm in which last October, in which 7 of them died, and he was in fact wanted in several other terror attacks. He was trained by the Pakistan Special Forces, and he is someone who has been very active in that entire region. As soon as the terror attack happened, TRF claimed responsibility of it, and then they in fact later retracted from it. TRF is an offshoot of Lashkar-e-Toiba, and Lashkar-e-Toiba is a banned organization, and just few weeks back Department of State banned TRF and in fact put it in the category of foreign terrorist organization. We were expecting a press conference by Indian Army, but that has been postponed for a later date. So the identification of the 3 terrorists will happen. In between Operation Sindoor and Operation Mahadev, the NIA arrested 2 locals. Now, they have said that these 2 locals were the one who provided logistical support as well as food to the 3 Pakistani terrorists who carried out this attack, and they would be the one who will identify these 3 Pakistanis as whether they were the ones who carried out the terror attack, the dastardly terror attack or not. They are presently in judicial custody. Now, once they identify these 3 individuals, then the positive identification will happen. Remember, this attack, this terror attack investigation is not only limited to the trial court in Srinagar, but in fact the evidence will be used by India to nail Pakistan across the globe. Already India has in fact approached the FATF asking them to put Pakistan back in grey list. So India will be treating very cautiously as far as this case is concerned.
Absolutely. We'll keep coming back to you for the latest. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, remember, this is something that is still developing. We are awaiting that press conference. More and more details of who these people are. 2 of them we know, the third still being, that positive identification that Bhavtosh was talking about still is awaited. We'll understand more and more of what exactly the security forces did as far as Operation Mahadev is concerned, and this big victory that has come the way of the security forces is concerned when there is that press conference that is held. But Rishabh is also tracking Operation Mahadev, and of course all that has been going into this identification process. Rishabh, what more details do you have?
Well, what we're given to understand that in the Dachigam area where the operation has taken place, now the sources suggest that army wants to go ahead with the combing operation that area. Yes, 3 terrorists have been gunned down. Their identities are being ascertained. Many senior sources confirm that one of them was Hashim Musa alias Suleiman alias Musa Fauji, someone who was behind the Pahalgam attack earlier this year that led to Operation Sindoor. But as of now, official confirmation is yet to come in. There was a press conference, as a senior colleague Bhavtosh was pointing out, that has been delayed. The reason what we are given to understand is that there are certain more developments. Army is also undertaking combing operations and using the last bit of the daylight that is available to them to do the combing operation and to ascertain that there are no more terrorist hideouts or terrorists hiding in the area. Dachigam National Park is south of, east of Dal Lake, and is a forest area. It is a national park, and that's where the hideouts were present, Shreya. Right now, what we are given to understand that army is, undertaking combing operations. The operation still continues, is what we are given to say, and that's the reason that the press conference has been delayed, or maybe have been postponed for a later date. We'll have to wait for that. So the official confirmation is still awaited. Sources confirm that one of the 3 who have been gunned down by the army today is the perpetrator, the mastermind of Pahalgam attack.